anime scorer, which is not. The production, authenticity, yes, behind the scenes, modern digital filmmaking. Because the area is themed to as a studio, Imagineers can swap out props, signatures, and show themes on the fly. So basically, this is just see what it would bring. I'm not sure if I don't know. Or did Brian answer to see if this is a relevant enough thing, or is this actually bonkers that Hollywood Studios is gearing away from? Yeah, so you have pre-production, you have a writer's room, you have the LED volume stage, you have the edit bay. Interesting. As you exit, you pass through the Final Cut gallery using facial capture tech. The ride identifies the face of the guest in your vehicle and renders a 15-second show trailer featuring you as a star. That's interesting.
I actually really like this. I'm gonna tell you why. I already mentioned Superstar Television, but do you know that you also have beckoned another attraction? The other attraction that you beckoned was Sound Dangerous with Drew Carey. Because if you go back up to the voiceover booth where you can record voiceovers and stuff in the Sound Dangerous, it was pitch black and you had headphones. And so all you could do was just listen to audio, which honestly, I feel like Sound Dangerous really should have stayed around because with technology now, oh my God, it could have been anybody new in that role. And I think Sound Dangerous was really a cutting edge attraction. So it's given me Sound Dangerous with Drew Carey and Superstar Television. And I like it because, you think about, kids that, they want to be on Disney Channel. And it's just like, okay, well, if y'all not going to produce any Disney Channel original series, in the park, because y'all don't have the sound stages like Universal Orlando does, this is a great way to keep Disney Channel alive and well. And, maybe they can also have a area where they could, they could take the Frozen theater and make that the Disney Plus theater where you can do, game shows and talk shows and all types of stuff and air that content on Disney Plus. So there you go. But no, I like this. This is very good.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the wrap party shop processes your production credits depending on how many tasks you completed. Receive a digital badge.
Hey, one person, welcome in. Sorry there.
Yeah, nerd. Yeah, I really think that this is kind of like taking the American Idol experience.
Yeah.
All those, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire experiences.
Yes.
And it gives you, no matter what it is, whether it's the merch or it's the personalized stuff or selfie things or
absolutely.
It just gives you the energy to feel closer. It's kind of like, how in New York you go to or in Universal here studios, once you see the Today Show cafe or you see the Today Show store in New York in Manhattan, just the energy of being in the Today Show gift shop, just in the Today Show cafe or store, and it just makes you feel like it makes you closer to the set of the Today Show and the energy and the vibe. So if you just have that with the Disney Channel vibe,
I've always thought there should be a Good Morning America cafe in Hollywood Studios. I really do. But yes, indeed.
All right, we have an image. We have some images.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see
it. Says, yes, Disney Channel on set. Soundstage 23 multiverse mix-up live production in progress. Over there, you see the voiceover booths, the casting office.
Yes, I
See,
see the
just this,
I see the
just the
live debate stage. No, it's good. I
yes,
like it.
just the environment and the signature. I think there'll also be a way where you can have a magic video with the like how they do the Disney Channel logo.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the grand entrance, the backlot premiere. Your experience begins as you
Oh
pass
my
under a massive retro futuristic neon marquee that serves as the
man.
portal from the main park into the production zone. The architecture immediately establishes a working studio, exposed steel trusses, industrial lighting grids, and sleek modern soundstage facilities. The marquee proudly declares the Disney Channel on set with retro
Oh,
camera icon. Immediately, you see a digital call sheet displaying today's live production schedule. And I think if you have, and I think also since this mimics a set, and even if you don't film it as a set, I mean, imagine if Miley Cyrus or at random just happens to be right there and she just pops out.
oh yeah. I mean, the opportunities for Disney Channel alumni and Disney Channel shows to like come by and chill out with the fans, you know, in this environment, I can definitely see it for sure. I know you did a good job. I listen. I did not. I got I didn't create this, but I definitely like see the energy of it, and not to mention too, this is giving me the magic of Disney animation because you can actually watch real animators like make Disney, animated films. So yeah, this is good. I like it.
Yeah, I think this here is more something that you would be pitching and you would be presenting,
No,
but
I give you your
um,
credit, good
I
sir.
know,
No, this is good.
and it's good. I'm giving you you're sitting back and you're seeing. Yeah.
I'm just being the biggest kid right now. But no, honestly, tell you the truth, like I could have done this, but I was like, no, that like Hollywood Studios needs like a stunt spectacular that because here's the thing, not everybody is an indie fan, right? That's no disrespect to Harrison Ford and George Lucas and stuff, but you needed just something fun. And kids love messes, right? Parents don't like messes, but kids love them. And so combining Hollywood stunts along with messes and then of course Bounty, being the quicker picker upper, it just kind of gives the park an energy like, oh damn, I can actually be a part of a stunt show. The craziest thing that can happen is happening to me. So, oh wow,
Yeah, so this is kind of like
and
that's
that's
like
the vehicle for the
that,
dolly. Okay, that's cool. I like
yeah,
that.
that's the pitch ride.
This is very
And
cool.
here we have an example of the
Yeah,
rap party shop.
and the dailies is like the raw footage that you get from the production as it's taping, so that gets into executives and stuff like that. This is very good. This is very good.
Thank you very much.
No, very
Other than that, I couldn't think of originally a wild card would be maybe like a water attraction for Hollywood Studios but I did make a I did make a but that's more like an expansion of a Walt Studios
well.
district. But yeah,
But no, I love it. Congratulations and well
all
done, good
right.
sir.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it.
No, absolutely well done. And you know what? A wire ride does not sound too bad either. Because you think about Catastrophe Canyon and all that stuff. Like I said, I think a wire ride would be very cool to take people through the worlds of film with water. You know what I mean? So I think that would be a cool concept there. All right, Phil,
Yeah.
it is your turn,
Um,
good sir.
Speaking of which, Fullerton talked about water. We talked about it just before we came on. Our good friend Disney AI presented a ride of Goofy and Max goes on a cross country trip.
I did see that.
And I was
Yes.
thinking, like, yeah, that could be the water ride.
Yeah. No.
We
Absolutely.
could throw that into posters.
For sure. So this is Phil's concept here. And then after this, we got Animal Kingdom. And oh, buddy, I cannot wait for y'all to see it. Because the thing you think I got, no, 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 no. Ooh, oh. But go ahead, good sir. What is your concept here?
I could have just said to you guys, let's talk about the Sunset Room again, but whatever. You can watch that. You- By the way, Braylon, while
I
you
love
guys
you.
are talking,
Yes.
I am streaming on my YouTube channel right now.
Oh, very good. Very good.
I
Very good.
just was telling myself next time because we're going to talk about this show, and
Yes.
I should remember to do it. Not just
Yeah.
remember. Dang, that's hit my head
No, very good.
hard, but I just realized, oh crap, I missed 3 hours of the show. 3.5 hours of the show that we've been on, not recording, so it's been streaming for probably the last 10 minutes now.
You're good, my man.
So they missed out. So to the audience watching on my channel, around the 1 hour, 2 hour mark, it's talking about the Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
And I presented the Haunted Mansion restaurant and
Yeah.
suite. And in the latter half of the first hour to the beginning of the third hour, it was talking about Epcot's ideas, and
Correct.
the latter half from 2.5 hours to 3 hours and 10 minutes was
Yes.
me talking about the Imagination Pavilion of how we bringing back the Dreamfinder to his rightful home, the Imagination Pavilion, and put a cherry on top, Imagination and interactions with the guests in the Imagination Theater
Yes.
outside. So, anyways, just all caught up because I realized I did not record all of the
All
nearly
good.
hours. I just wanted to mention that
Yes.
because I gotta have to mention that unless it's emailed to me. The show. Anyways,
Oh, it's all good. It's been we have done some great wild cards so far. Some very surprising concepts, but all good so far. I've been enjoying it.
yeah. So next time, what thought I'm going to tell myself, let's click that button in the corner. Next
Right.
time. I'm sure Florentine knows about the button. He's probably looking at it like, should I do it too? Go ahead, brother. I didn't come up with anything in particular for Hollywood Studios.
That's
I
fine.
just said because it was running around on the news because it was probably Disney that brought it up and got me all nervous and stuff. Say, I need you to build on some empty parking lot land. I don't care where, but don't replace freaking Tower of Terror. Thank you
So,
very much.
so I'm going to lay down as I say this because what ended up happening was I said, and I quote, it would be interesting if they took the Twilight Zone Tower Terror and did a Spider-Man drop tower ride, right? Retheming it to a New York style hotel.
Fortunately enough, we don't have to worry about Spider-Man, but we may worry about some other things. We don't know what they negotiated to do because it may sound like in probably Disney, they kind of opened their book and gave Disney some more characters to play with.
No, correct. So with that said, when we watched probably at Disney, and she talked about the Twilight Zone Tower Terror, and she said Doctor Strange, I'm like, wait a minute, me and probably at Disney are thinking alike. And so then Phil had the reaction of, would you two just shut the fuck up? Damn, my friend said one.
I commented on one of the posts saying like that'd be a great idea if Marvel took over. I commented like I hate you.
But yes, Phil had the reaction. But yes, Phil had the reaction. Would you two shut up? My best friend said Spider-Man, and then you said Doctor Strange. Like, both of y'all are on point with your shit. Could you just shut up? I just want this Tower of Terror to stay here. Mm-hmm. I'm exaggerating for comedic effect, but But I will say this: Phil had his head down when the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror came up with Doctor Strange, because I already said my prediction that when he heard that, it's like, oh.
Like, for goodness sakes, I built the sunset room if I could fit the sunset room over here. Don't change it on me. Come on now. My wife, I mean, I understand sometimes work is like disregarded, but that is ridiculous. Come on, and you're going to get everyone rioting because everyone was rioting for a whole week when they replaced Tower of Terror on the West Coast, which is, in my opinion, the lesser one, because we got the supreme one on the East Coast. Don't do anything.
Well, I mean, hey, listen, for the record, right? If you really want to do, and probably at this, I'm just talking to you as a side note, you could probably do a Doctor Strange restaurant of all the different, it could be a menu of the different locations that Doctor Strange has traveled to through the multiverse of different dishes. And then you could do a New York steakhouse in that place. I'm not trying to pitch that to get rid of the Sunset Room or the Tower.
We'll see if it's mentioned in here, because I just skimmed on through it, didn't read it entirely. So create a Marvel land that is located on a large expansion pad at Walt Disney World's Hollywood Studios. Now, I didn't choose a location,
right?
But it chose an expansion pad adjacent to the animation courtyard.
It's interesting. It's choosing Xandar when you already have Xandar and everybody at Epcot with Galaxy Rewind. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was asking, can you make a fourth ride instead? I mean, I could refresh this and do this again. Hold on. Let's see. New chat. See if I can get it better.
Oh my God. Ooh. We're getting there to Animal Kingdom, y'all. Then that'll be our final wild card. So, but it's been some good wild cards, though. I've been very surprised from y'all. Y'all have picked some good stuff.
Located on the 15 expansion pad directly southeast of the Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, that's actually where I wanted to build, I believe. Yeah. I believe that's near the entrance area and the bus hub area, nearly, or where they have the Uber drivers pick up people out there. So you have Shield Outpost, Avengers Tech Compound. Yeah, this one's already come out a little bit better, I guess, or not. Partial extending into a partial behind the Rock and Roll Coaster Complex. Oh boy. So you have a Shield Outpost, Avengers Tech Compound, set within a repurposed Hollywood aerospace facility, converted into an active adventures operation base. The land bridges 1940s vintage cinematic industrial architecture with futuristic stock industries technology. I'm not sure about the Shield is able to go east of Mississippi, unless something is announced in D23.
You know what? I actually like this. I'm gonna tell you why.
I mean, this is a lot better than what I showed you for the first one, because like we
Right.
already have Galaxy's Edge at Epcot. Good grief.
But no, the reason why I like this is because if you want to experience all the heroes, right? You gotta go to the West Coast. But if you want to know like how they protect the multiverse, Shield is only on the East Coast. So now you got people going back and forth to experience Marvel on both coasts because the secret files that there might be a file at Shield that could continue the story on the West Coast, but the only you're gonna find out is to go to Disney's California Adventure. So I like this. I like
It's
this.
a lot better than the first concept I showed you. Like, good grief, because it made no sense. Full shield security checked. We got Sunset Boulevard. This is the expansion area. Avengers Plaza, Quinjet Pad and Stock Lab, X Mansion, Danger Room, and Shield Flight Simulator, I guess. Key attractions: Avengers Battle for the Sanctum, Anchor E Ticket Trackless Dogfight, the Tech Next Generation Hybrid Trackless Motion Vehicles equipped with dynamic lift platforms and projection mapping. Which, come to think of it, Thornton shared to me a article in the chat about that they got a new design for vehicle.
Yes.
Will rise and lower, seamlessly. That might be another day, another time. Just that reminder, I'm going to have to mention to add it to the hybrid trackless motion vehicles.
Right.
That way further down in the future. The experienced guests join Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Black Panther to defend the Brooklyn Sanctum against the incorporeal threat. Features multi-access physical drops. Interesting, I mentioned flight vehicle and integrated practical physical effects. X-Men Danger Room Protocol, high full thrill indoor coaster ride. The tech is a high-speed magnetic launch coaster featuring dynamic track switches inside a projection dome. Now that's interesting. Let me pitch this to you, Waylon. Devil's advocate.
Sure.
Unfortunately, we lost Muppets to 3D.
Yes.
Imagine it gets worse for the Muppets. They don't get to go anywhere at all in Hollywood Studios. And X-Men Danger Room takes the place of a Rock and Roller Coaster.
So let me see.
That's why I call it Devil's Advocate.
No, I see where you're going. So like a superhero roller coaster, which would be different.
I mean, the track is already there.
Right, which would be different than the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And I do see where you can go. I mean, there could definitely be a portion for Storm, Professor X, and they each bring something to the roller coaster. That could be something cool. I like that.
Yeah. And it seems like a great expansion pad, but I mean, why? If only the Muppets didn't lose their theater, and they could have been integrated with the Monsters Inc. But we're not in Disney yet.
Right. That part yet.
Guests enter a subterranean mutant training facility inside the danger room. This exactly describes. Oh my god! That exactly describes that building there. It's a launch poster. Good god. Okay, moving on to the next one before I get emotional about that one. Any further? Quinjet Flight Academy interactive family flight attraction. The tech is a elevated suspended flight vehicle. Is suspended flight vehicles with pilot controlled altitude and pitch controls. The experience is cadets board four-person tactical aerial vehicles to conduct recon maneuvers around the perimeter of Outpost Number 8.
Very well done.
It is called the Shield Land. Then
No, like I said, I love it because Agents of Shield, low key. I never got the chance to watch it, but I think it might be on Disney Plus. To tell you the truth, Agents of Shield was a very successful show on ABC for a very long time.
mm-hmm.
And like the guy who played Agent Coulson, he was actually in the show. So no, I love what you did here. Very good.
Yeah, and we just did it on the fly, just right in front of you, live on.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have dining retail next. We've got the Prime Tech.
Oh yeah, Pym test kitchen from Ant-Man. Yeah, that's a very popular test kit.
Yeah, I would call that did pretty well in theaters, or at least the first one, not the second. Anyways,
right.
Serves scaled comfort foods using Pym particle tech, including giant Bavarian pretzels, micro burgers. I want a giant pretzel and micro. Oh,
Yes.
I want a micro burger, but I mean, people do like White Castle burgers. So,
Yes, they do. There you go.
yeah, this is a glowing quantum and glowing quantum beverages. The SSR Supply Depot, which is the main retail vault, housed in a 1940s strategic scientific
Yes.
reserve bunker stocking customizable hero armor plates, wearable web tech, and prop replicas.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a pop-up lodge, which is a table service, a sleek industrial retro futuristic lodge serving thematic cocktails and small plates overlooking the main Quinjet launch pad. And you got the street atmosphere, live stunt demonstrations happen throughout. Continuous rooftop combat encounters featuring Spider-Man, which probably not Spider-Man because I think that's still Universal holds that right, but we'll see. Black Widow and Captain America fighting off Hydra operatives on the elevated gantries. Hero encounters.
Okay, for
interactions ranging from Wakandan Dora Milaje training sessions to roaming interactions with Thor, Iron Man, and Moon Knight.
Very good, very good. Florian has to head out.
Can Florian send? Yeah, okay, good. It looks like he shared it.
So I'll read my pitch and his. So this next one, I think you guys gonna like it.
I think that was a good one. We got a winner. I think I could build on that.
No, absolutely. I think that Shield definitely should have a theme park presence. And not
We'll
to
see
mention
in a
too,
few
like
days how much Disney achieved obtaining more from Marvel, because that's what probably Disney was
yes.
hinting that they might have had done.
Oh, without question, without question. So this next one, I have to tell you, this was probably the hardest AI to get, but I think it is definitely worth it. And we're in Animal Kingdom. Um, of course, as you guys know, when I did the Walt Disney World rebrand master plan, I did talk about a dragon named Spyro. That's not this. You do know that there is a dragon in Shrek, but sometimes, in order to understand what could be a wild card, you have to see what card is too wild to pick up. I know what you all are thinking. It's like, right? What is it? Damn it! What? Okay, I'm about to show you. Okay, listen. All right, one of the greatest sidekick characters of all time, Mushu. Okay, Mushu, Mushu, Mushu. Now, for those of you who remember the magic of Disney animation, Mushu actually led you through it. And so, ever since then, he's never been anywhere else. So, we're bringing Mushu to Animal Kingdom. So, here we go. This is designed to fit the park's emphasis on animals, mythology, adventure, and immersive storytelling. So, Mushu, the Dragon's Adventure. Location: Disney's Animal Kingdom, Land, Asia. Ride type: trackless dark ride family adventure. Theming: Mulan, Chinese mythology, Animal Kingdom exploration. Length: approximately 6 to 7 minutes. Height requirement: none. 4 to 6 passenger enchanted dragon carriage vehicles. Tone: funny, adventurous, cinematic, immersive, and family friendly. The story: guests enter a mysterious Chinese village hidden deep within the forests of Asia. Ancient murals tell stories of legendary dragons who once protected the land and its animals. As guests approach the landing area, they hear a familiar voice. Bushu. Okay, everybody, stay calm. I'm a professional. Well, technically, I'm a former professional, but that's not important. And of course, Eddie Murphy would do all the lines. So, how long it's been since, Eddie Murphy has, went in and I think it was Eddie Murphy, I believe.
Yeah, it was Eddie Murphy.
Okay, thank you, good sir. Like I said, it's been too long since he's done lines. So these will be brand new lines for the ride. Suddenly, Mushu appears and explains that a very ancient dragon spirit has awakened, causing animals throughout the valley to flee. Mushu has one problem: he needs help. Guests climb aboard their enchanted vehicles and join Mushu on an adventure through the wilderness to discover what is frightening to the animals. Cue the dragon's temple. The queue winds through an ancient Chinese temple overtaken by nature. So stone carvings depict dragons, pandas, tigers, cranes, monkeys, birds, elephants, ancient forests, mountains, and rivers. Interactive elements allow guests to touch glowing dragon symbols and hear different animal sounds. Mushu occasionally appears on mirrors and projections, arguing with himself about how important he is. Eventually, guests enter the temple's central chamber. A giant dragon statue comes to life. Mushu, the doors open, seeing one of the village. The ride vehicle enters a peaceful Chinese village surrounded by mountains. Villagers are prepared for a celebration while animals move throughout the environment. Birds fly overhead, monkeys climb rooftops, pandas wander through bamboo. Mushu rides alongside the vehicle. Mushu see peaceful, quiet, completely under control. A massive roar shakes the village. Everything stops. The animals run. Mushu looks towards the mountains. Mushu, okay, slight adjustment to the plan. The vehicle suddenly accelerates into the forest. Scene 2, the bamboo forest. Guests enter a massive bamboo forest. The bamboo towers above the ride vehicles with projected sunlight moving across the ground. Guests see pandas climbing bamboo and monkeys jumping between trees. Suddenly, the bamboo begins shaking. Mushu thinks the mysterious dragon is coming. Instead, dozens of monkeys swing across the track. Mushu screams, "I meant to do that." The vehicle spins around the monkeys and continues deeper into the forest. Scene 3, the animal migration. The forest opens onto a huge valley. The animals are fleeing towards the mountains. Guests can see deer, cranes, wild horses, pandas, tigers, monkeys, and birds. Mushu realizes something is wrong. The animals aren't running from a dragon. Maybe they're running towards something, rather. Mushu, wait a minute. They're trying to get somewhere. A giant shadow passes over the valley. The vehicle follows the animals. Scene 4, the mountain pass. The vehicle climbs into the mountains. Wind blows through the environment. Snow begins falling. Mushu becomes increasingly nervous. Mushu, I just want everyone to know. I just want everyone to remember that I volunteered for this. Lightning flashes. A giant dragon silhouette appears across the mountain. Mushu hides behind the guests, but then the dragon emerges. But instead of attacking, it looks frightened. The lost dragon Mushu discovers that the enormous creature is a young dragon separated from its family. The animals weren't fleeing from it. They were following it because they were helping it guide it home. Mushu realized the dragon was lost. So you're not a terrifying monster, the dragon growls. Mushu, you are a terrifyingly adorable monster. The dragon sneezes. A massive burst of magical fire shoots across the mountain. Mushu's hair catches on fire. I'm fine. Scene 6, the dragon's family. The vehicle enters a massive cavern. The walls are covered with glowing paintings depicting dragons protecting animals in forests for thousands of years. Then the walls open. Guests emerge onto a breathtaking mountain overlook. A family of enormous dragons flies from the sky. Young dragon takes off after them. Mushu watches. Mushu, well, looks like somebody found their way home. The dragons circle above the guests. Their wings create a magical gust of winds. Mushu's clothes blow backward. Mushu could warn me about the wind. Scene 7 returns to the village. The ride vehicle travels back toward the village. The animals have returned. Celebration has begun. Music fills the village. Lanterns illuminate the buildings. Mushu proudly stands atop of the statue. Mushu, you're welcome. I personally saved the entire valley. Villager looks at him. Mushu pauses. Mushu, okay, fine. We saved the entire valley. Now, I'm gonna flip this around where it's Mulan looking at him. Yes, indeed. Finale, the dragon dance. The vehicle enters the final show scene. Mushu stands in front of a giant moon. The backdrop behind him. Animated dragons fly from the sky while animals gather around the village. Mulan's presence can be suggested through a distant silhouette or brief appearance rather than making her a central character. Mushu turns toward the guest. Mushu, for humans, you're pretty good dragon helpers. He smiles. Mushu, come back anytime. Just bring snacks. The doors open. Guests return to the station. The exit leads to a immersive dragon discovery gallery featuring artwork and interactive exhibits about Chinese dragons, Asian wildlife conservation, and the relationship between mythology and the natural world. A file Mushu audio gag plays overhead. Mushu, remember, respect nature, respect dragons, and definitely respect me. A beat Mushu, mostly me. So the Disney Animal Kingdom connection, the ride will work especially with Animal Kingdom because it could combine the fantasy of Mulan with the park's larger things of animals, nature, exploration, mythology, and conservation, rather than being simply Mulan attraction. Mushu the Dragon Adventure would feel like an Animal Kingdom attraction that happens to be led by Mushu. The result will be a humorous, highly immersive family dark ride that gives Disney's Animal Kingdom a major indoor attraction while expanding the Asia area into a larger world, Chinese mythology and wildlife. So imagine this, okay? All right, I know. So you have that, and then you have this.
Okay.
All right.
Those are your images?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, those are the best things that I ever seen.
I had to. Yeah, I know. I had to dance around it because copyright. But if you look right there,
really beautiful dragon there.
Yes, if you look right there, that looks like Mulan.
Whoa, look, it's Mulan.
And there's her husband there. It looks like. But yes, that is a whole dragon. Okay, and then of course, if we go to this here. So,
oh man, this is like Beastly Kingdom 2.
Yeah. Bet you didn't expect that wild card, did you? No. I got you good. I got you in Florida real good.
I don't know how we can beat that. It's the imagery, at least, too. I mean,
I had to dance around it because it was difficult as fuck. Shout to copyright.
Yeah, shout
Fucking
out.
Disney.
No,
Anyway.
that is really nice.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna be watching this video back. Or maybe more or less on my stream because I'm recording. Too.
No.
That's beautiful. My goodness.
And believe me, I was trying to think. Yeah, that was it. I'm about to bring up Florentines now. And believe me, it was just when we were thinking about wild cards, I'm just like, I gotta do something that they're not expecting, right? The fashion one, I don't think y'all were expecting. The Walkman one, I don't think y'all were expecting. The quicker picker upper, your reaction said it all. Like, wait, what? Bounty? Really, bounty? Really? Really? But then it's like, oh, okay. Quicker picker upper picks up messes. Got it. But this one, I think out of all four of them, this one is probably the one that y'all least expected.
I'm still here. I just couldn't decide between one thing or the next, so I'm gonna.
What do you believe this was the idea that you least expected out of all four of my pitches?
Yeah, I would admit that this was kind of. Then again, it's perfect. What is the one that was really out of left field was bounty picker up. Like, what are you doing here?
But I brought it home, though. Don't you agree? I brought it home.
You did make it, but you did try to make it sensible and make sense, as we got the Backstreet Boys that came back and over to close out the opening of Divide, saying bye bye Stains. So
yeah, there. See, you got it. But yeah,
I did again, and then the boys show up, and
yes,
they bye bye the Stains. So.
Yes, so. And like I said, I knew that one was going to be crazy, but I think once you guys saw the concert art, you thought like, actually, I would not mind seeing that. Because imagine if you got to be a volunteer on the show. Like, how cool would that be? You got to be in all this foam and, fog and water and just, that's an experience you'll have with your family for a lifetime. And plus, do you really think that P&G is going to pass up free advertisement in a Disney park that's get visited by people around the world? No, there ain't no way in hell. But with that said, we have Florentines here. So, of course, as you guys know, Florentin is all about Jungle Book. So we are going to read this here. So here we go. This is Jungle Book River Expedition D23 Wild Card. Make Jungle Book River Expedition as a wild card for D23. Reuse the retired boats at Animal Kingdom for a voyage through the Bare Necessities experience. So,
the thing is, by the way,
yes,
I used Jungle Book Ride as part of the Villains Land. My concept.
Oh, for the snake, right?
Nope. You are being pursued by Shere Khan. You're being pursued by the man-eating tiger, Shere Khan.
Oh, okay.
And your riverboat is trying to escape him. So you're going to probably get wet as your boat splashes and maneuvers, and he is on the high ledges trying to get you. Because this is a villain's land.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
I like
pretty good. Too.
Say that again?
It turned out very good. I only
good.
showed you about the facility here because, like, it is very long, and you got to see a little bit of the side shows.
Yes.
There's 20 rides, 50 retail shops. Well, you already saw most of them. And you have 8 different dining experiences as well. And did you want to nightmare Christmas area? There you go.
Yes. No, for sure. It was almost like Scooby-Doo's Spooky Island, but Disney-fied pretty much. But no, it was a great job for sure.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you did not hear what I just said, yes, a Nightmare Before Christmas area attached to the Villain's Land.
Yes, absolutely. So here we go with Florentines here. And I'm gonna bring in an article that I think will relate to this as well. But after I read this, though, the concept, the Jungle Book River Expedition, while the original Discovery River boats were criticized in 1998 for lack of thrill and purpose, this reimagined version will repurpose the existing waterway circling Discovery Island to create a lush, narrative-heavy boat ride. So wait, this is by Discovery Island? Okay, interesting. Let's continue on and see what the end's going to be here. Unlike Navi River,
they had boat docks, on Discovery Island. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would be like turning the island to Jungle Book Island. Okay, let's continue on and see because I'm curious about this one. Unlike Navi River Journey, which focuses on ambient atmosphere, this attraction will be a character-first journey through the Indian jungle. Experience a voyage of the bare necessities, guest board refurbished versions of the original Discovery River boats. Example, the Hasty Hippo or the Crocodile Bell, now rethemed as handcrafted expedition vessels. The departure, Discovery Island. Peaceful begins. The boat leaves the dock near the Tree of Life. You're greeted by Ayo animatronic Bagra, who warns that the jungle is beautiful but requires a guide. As you drift, the upbeat tune of the Bare Necessities begins playing. Number 2, the Lazy River Asian Waters. Immersive storytelling. You encounter Baloo and Mowgli floating on a log using modern projection mapping. Similar to Frozen Ever After, the water's surface appears to ripple around them as they teach you how to forget about your worries and your strife. The ruins of King Louie. The boat enters a crumbling stone temple, massive, state-of-the-art King Louie animatronics. Lead a high-energy musical number, fire effects, rhythmic drumming, turning the quiet river into a celebratory chaotic jungle party. Number 4, Shouts of the Jungle. The tone shifts as you enter Shere Khan's territory. Dramatic light and mist effects create tension. A chase sequence ensues, utilizing the river's current to push the boat quickly through a narrow canyon before escaping into the safety of the foliage and homecoming. The boat turns around the final bend toward the Tree of Life. A grand musical reprise plays as the entire cast, including Ka, safely coiled in a tree, and the vultures wave goodbye, returning guests to the dock. While this works for D23, it bridges the gap between Discovery Island and Asia. Utilize the underused Central Parkway that currently hosts only temporary character tortillas. Nostalgia versus innovation. Fans often claim for the return of classic Disney storytelling. We're using the legacy boat infrastructure, honors the park's history, while modernizing the ride system with a level of animatronic fidelity seen in newer attractions like Tion's Bayou Adventure, Wildcard Factor. Animal Kingdom is currently anticipating a major expansion. Examples Beyond Big Thunder and Tropical Americas, a mid-scale, high-capacity boat ride acts as the perfect bridge attraction to absorb crowds and add family-friendly charm to the park central hub. Operational feasibility infrastructure. The original docks at Upcountry Landing and Safari Village now Carrier Landing still exists, requiring only a refresh rather than a full-scale demolition. On capacity by using larger legacy boats sitting 60 guests rather than small rafts of Navi River journey, the attraction was significantly increased hourly throughput, helping balance the park's wait times. I love that. Very, very well done. Of course, it's not easy doing this. Let me see if I can do something here. Let's see. I'm going to try to do some concept art for Florida if I can. Concept art, because I really do love this concept. I think it's very good. And then of course, if you want to go on to the Jungle Book Island, okay, yeah, this is definitely helpful. Okay, so I got some concept. Here we go. So, didn't mean to do that. I always hate when it does that shit. Did I erase that? No, I can't. Hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to. There we go. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. So as we zoom in here, you see Baloo's Drift. You see Mowgli there. I love this. I think that this is very good if you can transform the actual jungle. And what I would do, honestly, is make the island, Jungle Book Island. And, you're going through the island and stuff like that. And so guy's like, oh my God, we got to leave the island because something's going on. And then, the island is actually safe, but you got to, be on the river and stuff. So, Phil, what do you think of Florentin's concept? I think I was able to do some concept art.
It was done pretty well. That's beautiful imagery, just like yours. Oh my goodness.
No, absolutely brilliant. And I wanted to bring this in here because I think that this concept will definitely relate to this here. And and offhand, Disney, you better be here for this, okay? Walt Disney Imagineering will unearth newly rediscovered Society of Adventurers and Explorers artifact at D23. Now, if you know offhand Disney, he brings this up any chance he gets. And I believe he deserves his damn credit for this, for sure. And if you know this person here, he is I think it's this guy here. Yes, because the monkey's there. So this guy is at Mystic Manor, which is overseas, by the way, just in case you guys need to know that. On August 14th, Walt Disney Imagineering will host an inside look at the Society of Explorers and Adventurers at D23, unearthing a newly rediscovered artifact. Okay, so you have France, you have China, you have Hong Kong, you have Japan, you have Hawaii, you have California, you have Castaway Key in Florida. Okay, so this is the global headquarters of it all. So Artifact Vault, Global Controls, Archive, Tech Lab, Airship Docking, Rocket Launch Bay, Time Train Station, and Nautilus Docking. So you got time travel here, 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 and here. Now we do know about Spaceship Earth, the TV show. Could the Society of Adventurers and Explorers help out with Spaceship Earth, the TV show? Just saying, because you're gonna need artifact. You're gonna need artifact vaults. You're gonna need global controls to understand, the polarity and the axis and the equator and all that stuff. You need archives. You need tech labs. You need an airship docking. You need a rocket bay, and you might have to go underwater. So this could actually be something bigger here. Okay, not just for Spaceship Earth, but Disney at large. Let's keep going here. According to Disney, this summer, C is collaborating with Walt Disney Imagineering to show the world more about the organization. In particular, C wants to share more about the adventurers who demonstrate an insatiable curiosity for the world's mysteries who make up their organization. While there's no shortage of secrets across history, and even in your everyday life, they might, emphasis on might, discuss some enigmas which even elude the society, and keep this private. But C has a newly rediscovered artifact ready for presentation. For the past 3 months, a C archivist has been cataloging all the artifacts in the Society's collection, and they've rediscovered incredible pieces of sea history, such as intricate Greek avoras from Lord Henry Mystic, or acquire Sarcophagi, courtesy of Harrison Hightower III. One crate unearthed from the archives, unopened for at least a century, is making its way to D23. But here's the surprise, or the gag, as I said last time. Gag. The surprise is neither Imagineering or C has any clue what's inside. I'll say that 2 more times. Neither Imagineering or C has any clue what's inside. Neither Imagineering or C has any clue what's inside. It's just one of C's enigmas. Like what the Voyage manuscript really says, or what exact books were lost in the burning of the Library of Alexandria. So the Society is eager to reveal a piece of C and share the spirit of discovery together with you. So guests attending D23 can stop by the Society's presentation on August 14th, rather. So what is C? For the uninitiated, the Society of Adventurers and Explorers is devoted to adventure and exploration. C's mission is to reveal truths, right wrongs, and live to tell the tale. You might have heard the original Mal Exploratio Continua in Latin, which means continue in Latin, or continue exploration in English in the modern day. That saying is coupled with wonder, explore, discover. That also means the Society is always looking for the next blood-rushing, exciting adventure to embark on, from mounting expeditions, shout out to Expedition Everest there, into the unknown, and to chronicling the explorations of other adventurers. C is proud to protect the artistic achievement of human society. Society members have climbed the highest mountain peaks, rode through the world's longest rivers, and built countless imaginative inventions that expanded the organization's ability to explore. So there is that there. With humble beginnings dating back as far as the 1500s, C was founded by its distinguished bio of mariners, scientists, adventurers, and arts. The Society traces its origins back to the mythic fortress exploration, its earliest known headquarters here. Early explorers exchanged information about daring adventures, new inventions, and shared their collective knowledge for innovation for all. Since then, C remained a hub of ingenuity and discovery, passionately dedicated to exploring what is not yet understood. To accomplish this, members meticulously document their long history, from finding lost artifacts to retracing steps of their adventurer alumni, and embark on modern expeditions to under-researched locations, or to put it simply, to identify, conserve, and curate the world's unknown around us. After all, mystery is only the catalyst to adventure. So who makes up C? Camilla Falco. So do the names of Mary Oceaneer, Dr. at Barrow Falls, or Lord Henry Mystic sound familiar? If you heard them, then you most certainly heard the Society of Adventurers and Explorers. So you have these guys here. All right, there. In keeping with Society's traditions, their modern-day members are more than adventurers. The members are academics, artists, athletes, and everyone in between. In fact, most members are proud interdisciplinarians, rather. For example, Imagineering is in contact with a particular enthusiastic archivist who takes care of C's mass collection of artifacts as a part-time historian, part-time curator, and full-time explorer. Or for a historical example, Society member Camilla Falco was an avid aviator who invented her own devices to further humanity's understanding of flight, as well as embark on new adventures throughout the sky. So that is, of course, Barnabas T. Bullion, who looks like Tony Baxter, okay, allegedly, okay. And then you have the people from Jungle Cruise, of course. In fact, traces of C members can be found all over the world and across history. You might have seen Dr. Fall's map of the world's rivers, or Lord Mystic Manor's various historical curiosities for eagle-eyed readers who might be inspired. Oars with their members' names and noble expeditions engraved on them. At their core, all society members possess natural curiosity and unbreakable desire for adventure. So, offhand Disney, you better be at this damn presentation, because you talk about this more than anybody else, and you deserve your credit. So August 14th, you need to be there, because neither Imagineering or C knows what's inside. So I just thought that would be cool to mention there. Phil, does that excite you at all? I mean, the fact that there's going to be something brand new.
Very good.
Neither C or Imagineering knows. Now, Imagineering usually knows everything, but I think this is the first time that Imagineering sincerely does not know anything going on, which is exciting, because they have to be us for a change and be excited about something.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's good. So here is Phil's pitch here. This here, and then after that we'll do final thoughts, and then I'll read the motivator, and then we'll head on out. But yes, indeed here.
So I was choosing between, do I just repitch what you did on your channel back in October, which was Ice Age Land?
Mm-hmm.
Or do I do, what was the second option I had here? Oh yeah, my second option was Australian Land, which is, Florentine, shout out to him. He always talks about building in Australian Land. So that's what I decided to go with. I mean, Florentine's idea of like an Australian Land. A third option would have been Futures Wild. That'd be
Futures Wild.
Yeah, Futures Wild. Where
it was go ahead.
It was a show back in 2000s. There's a few episodes, and the website still runs today, people. Where they said, like, okay, this is what the animals will, evolve to in thousands of years from now, or a million years from now. And this is going to be the facility where we're going to keep them. But I went through the land now.
You'll have to send me the website.
What?
Let me use the restroom quick.
I'll be doing the narration as he always. You're not missing much. So, create a concept and information of the Australia Waterland for the animal kingdom located to the west of the Africa land village. Provide the information and the number of acres it could cover, including a walkthrough exhibit habitat of Australia. Located directly to the west of Harambe Village in Disney's Animal Kingdom, Australia Wild, the Great Outback, expands 14 acres. Now, I expanded it to 30 acres. There's only 8.5 acres of public guest pathways and interactive habitats, and rustic bush station dining paired with 5.5 acres of dedicated backstage holding facilities and veterinary space is not enough. Not enough. Here's an example of what the Outback Red Dune ecosystem is.
Yes.
It looked like. You got to catch all the two prompts too?
I did. Absolutely. I think the biggest thing is making that landscape a reality. in Florida. I mean, it can be done,
I mean,
but
they did manage to make Africa look African.
yes, no, they did a beautiful job of that too.
They
They
did a
really did.
beautiful. So we did it. I did expand on 14 acres, but then
Okay,
again, it gave me a phase one and phase two. Then two. Um,
gotcha.
that's what happened when I made it 30 acres, which we'll get to it. Architectural types that you see in the area: tin roofed sheep stations, weathered timber boardwalks, and red sandstone rockworks. Headline experience is the Bushwalkers Trail, a walk through free roaming exhibit of animals. Key animal species within there are red kangaroos, wallabies, koalas, and southern wallabies, platypus, and emus. Here's an artist rendering just pulled off of a Reddit post, as you can see down there. Here's a features it. That's what it would kind of look like, I guess you could say. A walkthrough exhibit habitat, the Bushwalkers Trail. The centerpiece of Australia's Wild is Bushwalkers Trail, which is a 2.5, it should be a little bigger, barrier-free walk-through habitat that mimics the vast sun-baked landscape of the Kimberley region. Guests pass through double-gated airlocks or, gates here. Let's see. Um, Shared habitat space where native fauna roam without visible fences. Free roaming zone. Guests walk through an elevated ground level paved track while red kangaroos and red-necked wallabies and emus move freely across the grassy mounds and red dust plains right alongside of the guests. The Icarus overlook an offshoot boardwalk winding through mature eucalyptus trees, providing high-level viewing platforms for sleeping koalas and vibrant lorikeets. Billabong and Borough Complex, a shaded subterranean viewing bunker embedded into a simulated rock face, allowing clear underwater views of platypus and freshwater crocodiles. Now, I expanded on that one, I believe. Phase two. Ranger station and touch points. Wilderness rangers, staff interactive stations are throughout the walk through, teaching visitors about the marsupial conservation, invasive species control, and indigenous the indigenous operational land management techniques.
Right.
Supporting land amenities, Ironbark Station Kitchen is a quick service dining hub styled after a 19th century Australian cattle station, serving flame grilled meat pies, barmati, and damper bread.
Okay.
And Dundee Trading Post, a open air market featuring handcrafted boomerangs. Of course, you gotta have a boomerang when you go to Australia.
Yes.
upheld
Absolutely.
jewelry, which got to be probably very nice, and conservation gear sporting native Australian wildlife rescues. Now, did you want to break down? Here's an image of what that would look like and an idea of, out of a real life image to see platypus, swimming in some water. Um, it's a grotto, a subterranean viewing gallery embedded in red sandstone rockwork. Um, Panels of to hold this back are 3 inches thick, provide a 30-foot continuous underwater view of the Bullabong. I guess platypus. Habitat tank specs holds 18,000 gallons of fresh water, ranging from 1.5 feet shallow foraging flats to 5.5 feet deep diving pools. Clay and slit lined riverbeds feature artificial roots, submerged logs, and gravel banks. Bird nesting complex, artificial earth molded tunnels, 6 inches in diameter, connect to the main pool to a bit bigger. To private off exhibit nesting chambers equipped with humidity sensors and infrared camera monitoring, and acoustic and lighting control platypuses are sensitive to noise and light. Acoustic damping panels insulate the underwater viewing bunker from guest foot traffic, while dynamic LED arrays simulate a twilight day and night cycle to encourage
Mhm.
natural foraging behaviors during operational hours. Here's a filtration um, diagram of how that may work.
Okay.
So the surface drain skimmers and technical biological. This is all the information to chemical disinfection, kills waterborne pathogens, relying on high chlorine levels, and which damage the platypus eye and ear membranes. So we don't want that.
Right.
Maintain strict water temperatures between 59 and 68 degrees, which is probably pretty roughly easy because we're in Florida, I'm guessing. With a little bit of chill, I guess. Who knows? But we don't need those pathogens,
Right.
going Florida waters, of course. So this is a detailed path of the Bushwalker's Trail. Here's an example of what a Bushwalker's.
Oh, kangaroo!
Yeah, we got like a exhibit area in the Fort Wayne Zoo over near us.
Mhm.
Indiana Zoo has a Australian section where it's just like this, and the kangaroos were just hopping around in front of you. It was really neat. There was other things moving around too. I guess maybe an emu too. Trailhead Airlock Ranger briefing gets entered through a double-gated automated gate structure disguised as a Kimberley Station boundary fence.
Mhm.
A wilderness ranger provides brief safety guidelines while guests view an interactive digital field guides explaining respectful animal interaction rules before you enter. You don't want to be like touching the kangaroo and like the kangaroo goes kapow, with his legs. They're really well formed. They have claws, big claws. So, yeah, we may trim them, but don't get hurt. Don't be petting animals you shouldn't be petting. Moving on, the red sand plains is the first scene. A ground level red clay pavement winds through open grassland and low shrubbery. Red kangaroos, emus, and red-necked wallabies free roam without barrier fences right along the path, restricted to subable ground level uh, topography. I'm moving on. It's late, people. A canopy of trees and koala outlook. The path transitions into an elevated wooden boardwalk that rises 12 feet into a dense grove of eucalyptus trees. Guests arrive at eye-level viewing platforms to observe sleeping koalas, 20 frogmouths, and vibrant rainbow locusts feeding into high foliage. The causeway glade, dense tropical foliage, closes in around the trail as it enters the humid Daintree biome. Guests view southern cassowaries, walrus, across high impact acrylic safety walls disguised behind tropical root structures and fallen timbers.
Right.
Subterranean Billabong Grotto. This tread descends into a cool, air-conditioned sandstone cavern embedded in the riverbank. Seamless 3-inch thick viewing windows offer submerged views into the 18,000-gallon Piper's Billabong adjacent is freshwater crocodiles, sunning rocks, and maybe you can sit swimming out the ground if you happen to have this same area. Ranger outposts and exit. Before exiting, guests pass an interactive ranger station featuring touchable native artifacts such as emu eggshells, shed snake skins, marsupial pouch models, a second automated airlock automatic door guests directly returns the guests directly into the Dundee Trading Post courtyard itself. So then we get into the details of the menu for this area of Ironbark Station Kitchen, Outback braised beef and pepper pie, rich and slow braised beef brisket and crushed black peppercorns, baked inside a golden short crust pastry served in garlic mash and minted peppery.
I would definitely. I would take that. I would just have to get rid of the pea puree and the garlic mash. But that in a pie, that sounds really, really good.
Flame grilled Bunbury palate, a native Australian wildcaught Bunbury glazed with lemon mocktail butter, served over warm burrito seed wild rice and roasted seasonal vegetables.
Right.
Jovo's smoked pork ribs, and you got Kimberly-based plant-based curry as well. But pork ribs sound not too bad either. Then you got snacks and sides. One rattle sweet damper bread, bush spice seasoned wedges,
Mm-hmm.
desserts and beverages, a, a deconstructed Victoria lemon tin vanilla sponge cake layered with raspberry jam dipped in dark chocolate ganache, ganache and dusted with toasted coconut flakes on top. Um, Bavaria bowl as well, fish shell with passion fruit curd and fresh kiwi berries and whipped cream. Then you got the Eclipse's lemonade fizz or drink, and you got a Aussie Bush Brew draft beer. Rotating tap Australian style lagers, pale ales, and hard ciders.
Well, no, I think that's actually
Then
really a
we
good
got
concept.
beer, Bush Bland centerpiece, Outfitters Wall, operational art and artisan corner. This is all within the
Right.
shop in the main store. Echo exploring this kids discovery zone and a customization station, which is the outdoor veranda.
Right.
Then you got apparel and hardware. Then you got character and theme park collectibles. So we
Right.
got a plush wildlife collection, also soft, eco-friendly plush stuffed animals
Right.
representing the Native American species. And you got
Mhm.
Outback character pins, limited edition pins featuring Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Goofy in bushwalker gear.
Right.
Handcraft tours and handcrafted goods and souvenirs.
Right.
Hand painted boomerangs and instruments, decorative boomerangs crafted by partner indigenous indigenous artisans, complete with cultural story cards explaining the art style, and opal jewelry and natural stone pendants
Yes.
and eclipse seed necklace and leather wristbands and snack and gourmet goods. Great a map layout. That's what it laid out as.
No,
Hopefully,
I think that this is a great concept because when you think about it, right, it gives, in addition to what we did already with Animal Kingdom, this Australia concept, it brings out all new energy to the park and makes it a full day. And not
yeah.
to mention too, when you look at the Australian nighttime sky, it is completely different. And you have Bluey, which is
Mhm.
Australian as well. You have
I know.
all of those things tying together there. So
So you could collect badges if you want to. Okay, the little ones can collect badges.
yes,
So you could collect a marsupial badge. You could a earn the badge of the Eclipse's specialist badge.
right,
As an example of that, explorers test their sense of smell and interactive scent canisters featuring different Eclipse's
right,
leaf oils, scented peppermint and blue gum, and examine preserved Eclipse's branch
right.
specimens.
And
And you
all
can
and
add
all And all these badges, by the way, y'all can be like tracked on the My Disney Experience app,
Oh
and
yeah.
it it could probably be, if you get all the badges, you get like an exclusive item only available at the Animal Kingdom. So there's definitely some ways to do this for sure.
It's quite a criminally a shame. It's a criminally shameful that they did not do this kind of thing for, uh, you know, wilderness explorer. You know,
Right,
you collect the badges, and you can walk out
right.
of there wearing just as
Well,
many
yeah, I
badges
mean,
he did.
well, yeah, I think on one of the shows this week, I think I mentioned that you could do the up experience or bring up into the tropical Americas area. You know what
I
I
know,
mean?
even though they do
So
not mention it, which is criminal.
yeah,
Criminal.
yeah,
I'll hold it against them when they announce further updates about the tropical coast of America. And if they do not mention, you know, Wilderness Explorer, badges or whatnot, shame on them. Shame on them.
no, I
Rainforest
agree.
Hiking badge and a expert badge, a bush stewardship badge, create a master plan summary of the Australia Wild. Here's a pitch for the area, which I expanded upon. It's 30 acres now.
Right.
So my pitch to you guys at D23. Australia Wild, the Great Outback, delivers a immersive, authentic region to complete the continental narrative of Disney's Animal Kingdom. Situated directly west of the Harambe village, this is a 14-acre, which is phase one expansion, bridges the gap between the African savannas and the Asian rainforests by introducing the unique evolutionary biology of marsupial fauna and rich indigenous land care heritage of the Australian continent. The land leverages barrier-free walk-through habitats, state-of-the-art aquatic filtration systems, high-capacity quick-service dining, and interactive conservation programs to drive guest draw time to be in the park, and you can further destroy the narrative. It's a half-day park. That
Correct.
And then two, it could maybe two keep the park open longer.
Yes.
Because you guys closed it at 6. Maybe you do need a night show. We'll have to see if
Oh,
that's
yeah.
going to be offered during D23, but we'll see. We'll see. That could be the other second model. That could
I
be another
mean,
for this.
honestly, to tell you the truth, like if you added all three of these along with the other stuff that we did, it's game over because the Australian thing, you can literally go into the night. The Mushu ride is gonna be lines wrapped around for the Mushu ride, and then if you want to do a Jungle Book nighttime island experience, right? You're doing this tour of the island. It's like, oh my god, we gotta get off the island. Is everything okay? No, everything's not okay. We gotta get off the island, and then you're back on land afterwards. So yeah.
Yep. So this is development breakdown, land area divided amongst buildings and the key attractions and amenities of each of them. Roaming marsupials. Um, well, quick service has 600 seats inside it,
Mm-hmm.
and has a engraving hub at the training post, and
Yes.
backstage care facility is climate and climate controlled.
Right.
That's controlled.
Well, very good, good sir. I think we
And
got it
then
from
if you want to see what it looks like as phase one, it's a
Oh,
way.
that's amazing. Very well done. I love
So
how and everything is like literally where it needs to be. Um, and also too,
so
I love the fact that it can be an expansion to that. I think that bringing Australia, to the U.S. would do a lot of good for because there are some Australians that do live, in the U.S. Like Hugh Jackman. I know Hugh Jackman would definitely contribute to this great expansion. So very well done, good sir.
the way I got phase two and phase three here.
Hmm.
And while you were talking about the adventures and explorers society, I wanted to
Yes.
add them to this area as well. So Gibson Desert Expedition, which is 8.5 acres for phase two. Um, I don't know if camels are in Australia. I don't know why that's there. Well, hold on, wait a minute. I don't know. Maybe the Society of Explorers and Adventurers brought the camels over because they're not native to Australia. Um,
No more Egypt than anything else, but
yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Thorny Devils, though, um, or Tasmanian Devils, I'm guessing that's what I'm trying to say. But then again, maybe it's something different. Dingoes are
Yes.
in Australia at least.
Mhm.
So that's the new animals you get to see there. Probably exclude the camels, but maybe they brought them over to the Exploration Society. Then you go to phase three, which is 13
Right.
acres. To complete the 30 acres of land, you have a guided electric river expedition boat,
Right.
which is a 7.5 minute long ride. 16 guests can fit in per vehicle.
Right.
Saltwater crocodiles, sawfish, and sea turtles are what you'll see. Charting the horizontal falls and estuary.
Well, very good, good sir.
Ancient rock art and dig site because gee guys, if we lost a dig site that was all the way in Dino Land, and
Yes.
also we did present a dig site for Ice Age land, but I wanted to try to bring something new other than
Yeah.
just like rehashing something that was already great enough,
Yeah.
which was like the Tundra land that we
Right.
did back in October. Shout out to you for
No, I think this is like I said, I think this is very good. You brought everything cohesively into it, and not to mention too, I think that this
here's an image
um
of the Dundee trading
yes,
post.
I think that this definitely could have, you know, this will be the first time that the Society of Adventurers and Explorers are inside Disney
Yeah, there's
parks.
also people in this trading post, the Adventurers Society too.
Yeah. So that would be a very historic thing. Well, sir, I think we did everything that we needed to do and then some. Great predictions of some wild cards. I feel like I can see each one of them happening. Of course, this is Disney, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, just some of them could come true. Some of them no. I know they're not going to do the bounty one. That's a little far out. But but we did have some fun, and I'm predicting these things. So
we will hold on before we close out. Let me add a special mention about the land on the edge of Typha Lagoon. What's going to go there? Will it be a Finding Nemo ride, or will it be a Lilo and Stitch ride? I built a Lilo and Stitch ride over in that general area.
Okay.
So I'm not going to show it.
Okay.
Because I mean, just to save our minds for tomorrow.
Yes, because my God. So
at night.
Yeah, yes, it is.
But we all knew it was going to be a long show. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, we went through 4 theme parks, so 3, 6, 9, 12. We gave away 12 predictions.
Yeah.
12 wild cards in one show. So, but we're here
for 5 hours and 40 minutes. So.
Yeah. Not too bad at all. Like I said, tomorrow will be the movies and TV. That will start at 10 o'clock.
Predictions from you before we lose our minds, because it's like 2 o'clock.
Yes.
I got to wake up around 5, of course, for work every day.
Yes. Yes.
On me. Being that will Twilight Zone get a shot of a movie this time? Based upon,
I think so. I mean, I look at it like this, right? I look at it like
Johansson was like, it's a little bit hard nut to crack because she was being offered or to do it and stuff, and that was last year around this time too.
I look at it like this, right? And Scarlett Johansson was supposed to do something with it. I think Ariana Grande might be a fan of Tower Terror as well. I will say this, right?
Yeah, she wanted to protect it after what happened.
Yes. I will gladly say this, right? If they're doing Spaceship Earth as a TV show, there's definitely a chance for Twilight Zone Tower Terror. They have taken rides before.
Terror was a made-for-TV movie.
Yes. Yes. So if they were able to do Spaceship Earth, if they were able to do Spaceship Earth, I think they could definitely do something for Twilight Zone Tower Terror without question. So, with that said, y'all, we want to talk in the group chat about should we come on at 10 o'clock right when they start the presentation for the movies and TV, because we did say we're going to cover all the announcements, so we're not just covering the theme parks, we're covering the movies and TV, because that could make it do what it do for the theme parks, but also too it's all a part of it. Everybody's really waiting for the theme park stuff, you know what I mean, but we're trying to be fair to Disney, so we'll have to decide, do we go live at 10 or...
It's up to you, sir. I mean, I'm back home around 2 o'clock every day.
Okay.
And,
we'll talk.
Available whenever he's available, but I'll catch up or something.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't so late for the East Coast for the movies and TV presentation, but then again, it's going to be that late for the theme parks as well. So I feel like if we do like the theme parks and stuff, I'm sorry, if we do the movies and TV shows like Yeah, if we did live at 10 o'clock, then we would have to do it like in 2 hours and then be done. Like to save our
I mean,
brains for
I don't
Saturday.
know. Like, you started this at 8:30, and look where we at. It's almost 2:30. So
I know. So I don't want to be the same for Saturday. Because Saturday is going to be the big day where we're all going to be breaking down everything. So we'll get it worked out as we often do. I think Disney is just ready to unleash this, and they're getting ready for whatever hell, fire, and brimstone is going to be coming their way. So, but anyway, with all that said, y'all, it is 2:15 in the morning. I'm gonna read this daily motivator, and then we are going to head out. So we're going to talk about this here for Thursday, August 13th, 2026. Have some consideration. I never worked a day in my life. It was all fun. Thomas Alva Edison, very well said. Right here. Have some consideration. Nothing takes place in a vacuum. Because of that, it's always important to consider a whole range of factors when choosing your next move. Be mindful of all that surrounds you and your efforts to create desirable outcomes. Take care of unintended consequences. Have ample consideration for other people, although what you do might work well for you. Rather, don't make it at the expense of other people around you. Be sure to also have consideration for the context. What has worked well in other times and places may not be so appropriate for the current situation. Before you act in the present, consider the future. Take care of what you're doing now. Does not cascade into a multitude of problems later. In seeking to push one thing forward, you don't want to push rather a lot of other things backward. When decide to exercise some consideration, so that whatever you do results in a net positive. Ralph Morrison. I think tonight I'm sorry, y'all weren't able to see it. Shit. My bad. I'll read it again. We're already up anyway. Nothing takes place in a vacuum. Because of that, it's always important to consider a whole wide range of factors when choosing your next move. Be mindful of all that surrounds you. Your efforts to create desirable outcomes. Take care to avoid unintended consequences. Have ample consideration for other people, although what you do might work well for you. Don't make it at the expense of other people and those around you. Rather, be sure to also have consideration for the appropriate context. What has worked well in other times and places may not be appropriate for the current situation. Before you act in the present, consider the future. Take care of what you're doing now. Does not cascade into multiple problems later. In seeking to push one thing forward, you do not want to push other things backward. When decided to exercise some consideration, so that whatever you do results in a positive. Ralph Morrison. And I never worked a day in my life. Did a day's work in my life. It was all for Thomas Alva Edison. So, like I said, we pitched 12 wild cards in one show. Okay. The consideration of making sure of how we started the show to make sure that you guys can follow along. That's what it means to have consideration. Making sure that you're always thinking about the outside viewer. Now, did we have to spend an hour with Bricky at D23 Day? No, we did. But more than likely, it probably came up to 5 hours still with us talking about our wild cards. But
I mean, Bricky lays the foundation of what is, what we're going to be discussing D23.
Absolutely. So D23 Day. Yes.
The video that Bricky was presenting to us was like, look at all this fandom for D23. Yes. People want results. People want news and attractions. And we're going to present to that audience at Disneyland, there in California Adventure, some wild cards for their enjoyment.
Yes.
Them to consider.
No,
as they go to D23 tomorrow to watch the we didn't cover entertainment and stuff, but the next day will be theme parks, right? Yeah.
Yes. So Saturday will be theme parks, yes.
So anyways, and I just spit off a few entertainment things with you just before we close the show, and Everybody's that's what we do in here.
No, absolutely right, and I appreciate what you said because it's so true. That you saw the fandom, right? But that fandom is also tired of just feeling the possibility of what can be and want something that's concrete, right? Because for us to pitch 12 wild cards in one show, while it sounds crazy, while it sounds deranged, while it sounds like we've lost our rabbit ass minds, all of our pitches is going to sound a lot better than whatever Disney is going to be pitching to that audience on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for the past couple of years now, we've been making a virtual Disney World at Disneyland sound better than what they have not done. That should not be happening. Disney should have the momentum, and then we should be responding. So the process has been reversed, right? So that's the first thing I want to say to you is make sure that you're always having consideration of, okay, how do you make this fun for others? Because if you don't know how to make it fun for others, then you're not going to be able to carry because you don't have a focus, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is before you act in the present, consider the future. We have always considered the future when it comes to Disney content, right? Because we know that sometimes there are Disney fans that are like, oh God, everything is perfect. Nothing is wrong, da, da, da. It's like, okay, you can have your pixie duster glasses on, but for the rest of us, we're about quality over here, okay? All right? Because like I said before, you can't stay at the Cinderella Castle Suite. That's why I had to do that move of doing the Disney Riviera Resort where you had the Cinderella Castle aesthetic in every hotel room. There's nothing wrong with critiquing what you love. We need to get over that shit. Just because you critique something does not mean you don't care about it.
Hey, so remember earlier how I told you I asked likelihood of being announced at D23?
Yes.
0% for the Haunted Mansion restaurant concept. Maybe it was because a suite was offered to it. Oh well, don't care. Add one, please, because people want to stay in the Haunted Mansion. You know, people think about doing that. You know, and they dream to do it, especially when they saw Booth's movies of the Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
The lovely places, especially the 2003 house.
Mm-hmm.
I dream of that house in my sleep sometimes. Anyways, it's a beautiful place.
Yes.
So, and the Figment and Dreamfinder was a likelihood of 10 to 20%, or 15 to 25%. Marvel or expansion pad over at Hollywood Studios,
Right.
which kind of sounded like potentially rock and roller coaster at the same time. Interesting enough, was 0%, but we'll see if there was some deals made.
Right. I feel like out of all of our wild cards, I think Figment probably is the biggest one.
Yeah,
because the rest of them were really just us being us. You know what I mean? For if we had the right C-suite and executives, that those could be good wild cards. But like I said, we're out beating Disney creativity all the time. So like that, no, all of our predictions, while it would be nice for one of them to hit, okay, inside the theme parks presentation, most of these wild cards are not going to happen, except for maybe the Figment one. That's probably the biggest one that we can hang our hat on.
Well, hold on to your seat, because guess what is the percentage chance of the Australia expansion happening? What's the percentage?
I'll say maybe, I'll be generous, 10-15%.
15 to 25%.
Okay, I was in the ballpark. Okay.
Yeah, low to moderate, it calls it.
Yeah, I can see why, because Animal Kingdom does need, to be a full day park. Hollywood Studios needs to be a full day park as well. And I think from the improvements that they've been trying to do to Animal Kingdom and for Hollywood Studios, they know that it's a half day park that needs a lot of work. So with that said, the last thing we want to tell you all is this. Um,
It liked it so well, it made a blue sky presentation outline for D23.
yes. Oh, the third thing I wanted to say is be mindful of all that surrounds you. A lot of times what ends up happening when you are trying to be creative or you're trying to think of how to navigate a problem, sometimes we will just look at anything and everything as a solution just to move on. And sometimes it's important to be still, to take inventory and be reflective. I cannot tell you how much, rather, if we just did anything to do anything, BFP Imagineering would not work. Everything we do is based off of a genuine interest and intrigue of curiosity and creativity. Everything. Like even these 12 concepts, while some of these were out the blue, you really got to see, like, even for a wild card, still is creativity, right? So yes, indeed. So with that being said, it's 26 minutes after 2 o'clock in the morning. Me and Phil gonna get off of here because I need some sleep, and Phil gotta be up at 5. So with that being said, much love to you, Florentine. I think you'll enjoy. Animal Kingdom at the end. Good circle. We have some good ones, for sure. So with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you are always one of us. And trust, you may not be where you want to be. By the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Wise one to call yourself is another thing chosen. One love, much love, all love. We have spent time with you. You spend time with us. And hopefully I spend time together, rocking great together. I always remember where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life. Or, child, like I said, 12 wild cards in one show. Okay? Make sure the replay is not just for review.
Walton's going to be confused in the morning when he looks at his phone, because I copied a little bit of the draft pitch from D23 and sent it to him in the text message. Like, what is going on here? D23 in Australia?
Yes.
Yay. Oh, wait a minute. That was Phil.
Yes. No, absolutely. I always remember.
He's despicable.
No, absolutely. And I always remember on Steve Love, you gotta give it, on Steve Love, you gotta give it, on Steve Love, you gotta give it. Where obstacles you will come, where success you have achieved upon this particular day, we're extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, whatever Disney is about to give, okay, it will be dragged through hell because they got a lot of work to do. But I did say that for some people, they have their tuxes and their dresses ready to be remarried to Disney. I also said that there are some people that are ready to get out of pen and divorce from Disney. But here's the gag. Whether people divorce Disney after this D23, whether they renew the vows, or whether they still consider Disney a friend, Disney's not going away. The only way Disney is never going to be able to have the social capital of the audience be as strong as it is if this D23 falls on the fans' face. Because Disney, they have a good social media team that can listen to all of us, and they know exactly what people want. And they can say, screw y'all, we're going to do exactly what we want to do. If y'all do that, believe me, when y'all try to do something good, you're not going to be able to make withdrawals. You do not want to be in that position, and y'all are so in that position right now. So, commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as people, as culture. We feel the love is in right back to you. Tomorrow, movies and TV shows for Disney will not be streamed live, but that'll be at 10 p.m. We'll talk about, how we want to do it. If we just want to go live at 10, do that, and then get sleep. And then the theme park live will be on at 10 p.m., but we'll be streaming live on Disney Plus. So because I have Disney Plus, I will have it in another tab, and we'll talk about it that way because I can't show it here because I will get copyrighted. Although Disney, if you could just make a D23 content creator directory, so for future D23 expos, we can pull up, the Disney YouTube channel, pull up Disney Plus and stream it so we won't get a copyright. That would be great. All right. Phil, love you, brother. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to Florentin and to myself and to the world. Love you guys. The fact that there's two people here right now at 2:30 in the morning. Go the fuck to sleep.
Probably both of them being me. Right? They're probably both me right now because I'm trying to figure out which button is to press to leave this, or do I just end up losing the whole live stream?
Oh no. So what's going to end up happening is when I hit in stream, it'll end on yours too. So
okay, all right, go for it.
Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye.
Good night. Farewell.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that They've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
Where our magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.